A new report says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle don't really like anything about each other. Let's discuss. Radar Online remains on Sussex Divorce Watch with a new headline that reads Exclusive. The real reason Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's marriage is an empty sham. Constant drama and criticism are the only things holding them together. Sounds healthy. Before we get into it, if you find yourself coming back for royal insight and commentary you won't hear anywhere else, consider subscribing to Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered right now. It's the best way to stay connected, and it tells the algorithm you appreciate thoughtful royal reporting. You're always welcome here, and we love having you. Radar says sources have informed them that the Sussex's bond is now only sustained by the controversies that regularly engulf their public lives. The article references recent negative headlines about Meghan choosing not to wear a poppy over Remembrance Day weekend while, getting crunk with the 1% at Kris Jenner's birthday party in La La Land. And don't get us started on Kardashian Picturegate, which, by the way, I still think was just a PR stunt, especially after Kris Jenner shared and then unshared several of Meghan's holiday special posts on Instagram. To quote Kris, "This is a case for the FBI." The article also fails to mention the nightmare that's become the Harper's bizarre cover and story. I was with Maureen Callahan and Megyn Kelly over the weekend, and I brought my Meghan Markle mask to meet Megyn Kelly for the first time. And she made me exit and re-enter so that she could announce me as the Duchess of Sussex. And the room absolutely lost it. Everybody was cracking up. I don't think that Meghan realizes that she does these things and the reaction is she's a laughing stock. I mean, she just has no clue. So negative headlines, always an issue for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Am I right? Radar reports that one longtime friend, which in the case of Meghan feels like an oxymoron, described their relationship as powered by the storms around them and not much else. They said, there have been periods when the turmoil never seemed to stop. And strangely, it kept them united. Masochists. They've learned to function within the chaos. Constant drama and chaos and mayhem seem to be all that is tying them together at the moment. Well, that and those damn Sussex titles. Another source close to the couple said they've grown so used to being under fire that bizarrely, the strain keeps them in step. They feel like they're the only ones the other can truly depend on. But it's sad. They're like two naughty children in a playground coming together to revel in their mischief, but who don't really like anything about each other. When I read this line, I thought back to Harry's face during the Netflix series when Meghan fakes the curtsy on the couch. That man loves me so much. Sure, Jan. The insider told Radar, there have been long stretches when it has genuinely felt like Harry and Meghan versus everyone else. From the outset, Harry has taken a fiercely protective stance towards her. He's an unusually devoted husband, largely because Meghan is hit with an enormous amount of hostility, especially on the internet. It's me. Hi, I'm the hostility. But they have developed, this is the article, I'm quoting again, the source, that has developed into a pattern of them separately and together creating chaos for themselves and others, then reveling in it and being brought close by their misbehavior and betrayals of the royal family. Radar claims that Harry and Meghan are drifting apart due to his desire to get back to the UK and reunite with the royal family. I personally think he desperately misses being liked and realizes that doesn't happen very often when he stands next to the missus. Radar says that the pair's multi-million-dollar Netflix partnership is also pulling them in different directions, with insiders warning of a growing divide between them. The article says the couple, who signed a $100 million deal with the streamer in 2020, shortly after stepping back from royal duties, are pursuing separate projects which sources claim are highlighting their differences and showing what dramatically separate lives they are leading. But for the record, no one believes it was $100 million. So can we stop repeating that, for the love of God? The report says that Meghan is building a Hollywood production empire. Also factually incorrect. An empire is not one poorly scripted reality show that people would rather watch parodied on TikTok. While Harry, the article says, is increasingly focused on philanthropy and repairing his ties with his family. Yes, that royalist, like that royal real estate convention in Canada. It's not a royal real estate convention, but the real estate company probably wants you to think so. But really, is that for the greater good of humanity? Harry cashing a huge check to talk to another group of one percenters? It's ridiculous. A source claimed these Netflix projects are really pulling Harry and Meghan onto separate paths. Meghan is throwing herself into Hollywood, while Harry's focus is drifting back towards the UK and the world he walked away from. He sometimes feels sidelined in their brand, and it's putting a serious strain on things. This pair is now divorced creatively and could be soon divorced legally, says the source. Now, for some reason, Vanity Fair's February 2025 report, American Hustle, um, has been heavy on my heart. And I know you remember this. It says someone from Meghan's team had been shopping around a post divorce book. The article alleged that a rumor had been circulating in the book world that Meghan's team had a conversation with a publishing house to gauge interest in a book about a post Harry divorce. And Vanity Fair said that the unidentified person allegedly acting on Meghan Markle's behalf made it clear that the couple were not getting divorced, but was seeking to know if such a divorce did happen, would this publisher theoretically be interested in a book that took place in its aftermath? The article says that nothing was ever put on paper and that no offer was ever made and no manuscript was produced. That claim, though, went unchallenged by the notoriously litigious Sussexes, which strikes anyone with half a brain as suspicious. Now, back in August, Radar reported that the Sussexes were at war over PR crisis strategies after Senabale was plagued by race and bully allegations. Remember how quiet Meghan was? Now she won't go the hell away. That headline read, exclusive, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at war over PR strategies as Duke's charity is buried in race and bullying scandal. An insider told the outlet that Harry and Meghan feel like there's a coordinated effort to destroy them, and it's now tearing them apart. Hi, guys, it's called karma. Radar reported the diva, Duchess of Sussex, is embroiled in fresh bullying allegations that have sparked huge tensions between the couple over how to manage the fallout. The article suggested that Dr. Sophie Shandaka and Senabale, who accused Meghan of bad behavior in the media, wreaked havoc on the Sussexes' household. The source said, they just can't seem to get a break. It's crisis after crisis for them at the moment, and it's causing huge arguments. They are blowing up at each other, then also arguing about the best way to handle the fallout and PR that goes with it. Every time they try to move forward, something pulls them back, says the source. Harry is determined to rebuild their public image, but once the bullying accusations within his charity popped up again, it felt like they were back where they started. Radar reported that Prince Harry felt like he was caught in an endless wave of negative publicity, while Meghan was angry about the state of their brand as well. Now, the August 2025 results from YouGov's Royal Family Favorability Tracker confirmed the Sussex brand decline. Prince William led the pack with a 74% approval rating at the time, closely followed by Catherine, Princess of Wales, 71%, Princess Anne holding strong at 70%. Those numbers have actually since improved despite the Andrew drama. Contrast back in August, Prince Harry was viewed positively by only 28%, while Meghan fared even lower at 20%, ranking only slightly ahead of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor at the time. Today, Prince Harry and Meghan are still seen negatively by most Britons, with the public seeing Harry negatively by 58% and Meghan by 66%. When it comes to the PR wars, a source told Radar they have different ways they want to deal with the optics of their scandals. Meghan always wants to fight aggressively. She's passionate about defending herself and correcting the narrative, while Harry prefers to be more careful. We see that in the Harper's Bazaar interview. We see that in the cut. We see that every time. We see that with Bloomberg. Every time Meghan Markle sits down with somebody, it seems like she's trying to settle scores when it comes to the media. The Radar article says she reacts by going on the offensive, but he just wishes the whole thing would stop. This holiday, while others are chasing the rush, find your sense of calm with Peak. Peak has been so good to us, guys. So I hope you show them some love. They're a luxury wellness brand powered by rare plants and cutting edge ingredients, offering the perfect remedy for the season's hustle and bustle. Their science backed botanicals, minerals, and vitamins support metabolic function, immune health, sustained energy, and radiant skin. In this festive season, choose serenity as the ultimate luxury with Peak. One of their newest essentials, the Deep Hydration Protocol, is a day to night electrolyte system that keeps your body and skin hydrated while promoting better sleep. Made without sugar, fillers, or artificial flavors, and crafted with natural ingredients for a clean, spa like taste you can feel good about. Daily use supports that hydration, that glowing skin, improved sleep, and sustained energy. And I personally love to start my day with BT Fountain, their beauty electrolyte, the multitasker your beauty routine has been missing. It floods your system with hydration. It leaves your skin as bright as your Christmas tree. And bonus, it keeps my energy high long after the peppermint mocha frappuccino buzz fades. Feel the holiday magic and unlock your healthiest glow with the most exciting offer of the season: 20% off site wide for life, plus a complimentary exclusive holiday bundle. Go to peaklife.com/Kinsey. That's PIQUE life.com/Kinsey. This is hydration redefined. Try it and glow from the inside out. Back in July of 2023, Radar started to document tensions within the Sussex compound. They originally reported that Harry and Meghan were taking time apart to heal and rebuild their bond. They're trying to figure out what hit them. Harry doesn't fit into Meghan's tacky Tinseltown world, a source told the outlet, adding that he's hoping to find himself. I don't think he has located himself yet. Between the palm trees and the pot plants, I think he's still searching. Around the same time, Heat magazine reported, after a disastrous few months for the couple, we're told Meghan's feeling frustrated at her fall from grace, and Harry is in the firing line. Friends of the Sussexes told Page Six that the rumors weren't true, but Meghan was suspiciously upset throughout Prince Harry's promotion for his book Spare. Have you ever noticed that she's never there when you feel like he would need her? He reported Meghan can now see that whether it's fair or not, they are being viewed as these professional whiners. And it's not as simple as her distancing herself, because she has to be seen as fully supportive of Harry. She's now regretting that she wasn't more hands-on or involved when he was putting his book together. Sources told Heath this: the Sussexes' professional failures are something that causes drama inside the home. And this was after Rolling Stone wrote that piece titled "Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are in their flop era." Wow, that was quite the headline at the time. It was reported that Prince Harry was mortified by the blowback over their projects and is insisting, this is what, in 2024, he won't tolerate another show business disaster. Did someone say polo? Hollywood is glam and glitz on the outside, but the real stars have worked hard for their success, a source told Radar, insinuating that Meghan's success comes through, well, marrying a prince. The insider explained, if the public doesn't like you, they won't get behind you. And no matter how much money you throw at the problem, it just won't go away. The hits keep coming for the Sussexes, said the source, which is absolutely true when you consider an October 2024 headline from the same outlet, quote, Harry and Meghan divorce rumors reach fever pitch as insiders admit Duke and Duchess of Sussex are leading very separate lives and will continue to do so. In the past, Harry and Meghan were known for their joint efforts in promoting charitable causes through their foundation, Archwell. However, a significant amount of Prince Harry's 2024-2025 trips saw him flying solo. The Duke ended up spending his 40th birthday away from his wife, hiking with friends. Near the end of 2024, Harry appeared at 10 engagements within 2 weeks without Meghan by his side and went on some quasi royal tour across 3 locations, including New York, London, and Lesotho. This year, he's gone to the UK, Canada, Ukraine, Angola, and Shanghai without his wife. A source told Radar Harry and Meghan are going to live separate lives and have a blueprint for doing so. So these headlines are back in between 2023 and 2024. So my point is, I feel like they were right considering what we're witnessing today. The Express reported something similar when it comes to the idea of a blueprint, saying, according to a well placed source, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will sit down with their US based team to thrash out a new strategy following Harry's successful solo trip abroad. Harry and Meghan are still focused on moving forward as a unit, but will undertake more solo engagements to shine a light on their own interests. Meghan seems to only show up if there's a shiny trophy included. Free trophy. This way. Free play, free jet, free trophy. Meghan's like, I'm on my way. My bags are packed. The Express reported Harry is due back in California this week, and a debrief is expected following his travel, said a source. There's a lot to discuss, so the team has been summoned for a meeting towards the end of the week. The success of Harry's solo endeavors has shown that a new strategy might be needed. But Radar has warned for years now that it's deeper than the professional separation, that Meghan solidified throughout 2025 with the launches of With Love Meghan, As Ever, and Confessions of a Female Founder, to name a few. I mean, now she's also playing herself in movies. An insider told Radar they have been drifting apart for a while, with Harry's desire to return to the UK, where his old drinking buddies are, and with his hope to return to the very comfortable fold of the royal family, putting a real strain on their marriage. He's hated their bid for stardom with Netflix and Spotify getting pulled and them ending up ridiculed, and he's starting to miss England. He used to love going to the pub and playing sport with his pals, and the life Meghan wants to lead in LA couldn't be further away from that and would seem alien to any blue blooded Englishman, as it's all about juicing and yoga and somehow jam. The source said his plans to pursue his own activities and tours away from Meghan is the first sign they are effectively on a trial separation while they work this out. You know the saying, you can't make everyone happy. You're not chips and guac. Well, it was like very likely written about today's sponsor, Masa Chips. Do you ever read the label on a typical bag of chips? It's often a science experiment of seed oils, MSGs, artificial dyes, and mystery ingredients. Masa is part of the growing movement to bring back real food. Masa's chips contain just 3 ingredients: organic corn, sea salt, and 100% grass-fed beef tallow. Not only do these chips avoid the bad stuff, they are crunchy and taste incredible too. Snacking on Masa chips is nothing like eating regular chips. With Masa, you feel satisfied, light, and energetic with no crash, bloat, or gross, sluggish feeling afterwards. You won't find yourself binging and feeling hungry. Personally, my favorite flavor of Masa is the original. It's clean and crisp and delicious. If you love Masa, you'll love Vandy crisps too. Vandy, Masa's sister company, makes the most delicious 3 ingredient potato chips I've ever tasted. My favorite flavor is smokehouse barbecue, how Texan. But if you haven't tried them yet, I've got a great offer for you. If you're ready to give Masa or Vandy a try, use code Kinsey for 25% off your first order at masachips.com or vandycrisps.com, or simply click the link in the video description or scan the QR code to claim this offer. If you don't feel like ordering online, Masa and Vandy are now available nationwide at your local Sprouts supermarket. Stop by and pick up a couple of bags before they're gone. You will not regret it. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Our friend Hugo Vickers contributed to the conversation in an article titled, Ruthless Meghan Markle Set to Give Henpecked Husband Harry the Chop After She Butchered Ties with Dad and Royal Family Before Axing Her Closest Friends. That's a mouthful. Quote, as rumors explode, the pair have secretly separated. Royal biographer Hugo Vickers told Radar, people usually act in character and they usually act on form. Hugo said, I hate to say it, but her form is that she dumped her father. She dumped her first husband. She dumped her Canadian chef lover. She dumped Jessica Mulroney. She then dumped the entire British royal family. So, who's going to be next for the chop? I think inevitably, probably Prince Harry. And there will come a time when she will think that she doesn't need him. Radar claimed that their sources feared for Prince Harry's future, worried he could become a victim of Meghan's infamous tell all interview strategy if he ends up being divorced by the Duchess. Hugo predicted she will probably somehow put him in the wrong so that she can say that she's a wronged woman and he's just behaved like all the others. I don't think she ever admits that she is wrong about anything. But I feel very sorry for Prince Harry because I think he's in a very difficult place at the moment. I think he's been for some time. I don't think that her projects have done Harry any good. A separate Meghan Markle report on Radar this weekend legitimizes Hugo's fears that Meghan makes everything about her, rewriting history, is always the victim. Radar spoke to LA residents that were angry with the way Meghan continues to try to use the Rodney King riots as her origin story. An origin story that Thomas Markle, her father, completely debunked in Tom Bower's Revenge. Meghan called the riots cinematic in Harper's Bazaar. This is another story, along with the soap story, that Meghan is determined to shove down our throats. Meghan, Radar points out, grew up a significant distance away from the actual riots in a nice upper middle class neighborhood. She even admitted in the past that her neighborhood was so posh that neighbors assumed that her mother was her nanny. One LA based source told the outlet in reaction to Meghan talking about seeing the riots, the looting, and ash falling from the sky like snow. Meghan says, I saw ash falling from the sky. Those who were there saw fear, violence, poverty, and boarded up stores. And it's the way Meghan almost narrates it like a movie voiceover, of course, giving herself the starring role. Another critic said Meghan always frames events through how they shaped her, not what they meant to the wider community. That's what grates about this. One Hollywood publicist said she wants gravitas, so she retrofits and exploits huge trauma to make it sound as if she carries serious trauma. The problem is everyone in LA over 40 remembers those days, and the city has a long memory. You can't turn the riots into an origin story when it had virtually nothing to do with you. That quote is so accurate. I even see this in the way she cosplays Princess Diana, trying to force these traumatic reminders on the public through similar clothing and poses. This woman is a trauma tourist, a grief groupie, and a chaos connoisseur. It's sick. In a 2024 Radar article that seems to mirror 2025's events, they quote another insider saying, this hasn't been a good year for Harry and Meghan. Everything they touch has gone wrong and it's reached a boiling point. That press she got about being a dictator in heels and yelling at florists would have been the last straw for anyone. But what's put things in perspective for Harry this last year has been all the health shocks coming out of the palace. Almost overnight, he and Meghan's concerns seemed frivolous and irrational. Yet, the Sussexes haven't publicly supported any cancer charities in the last 24 months. The outlet claimed that multiple sources referred to Harry as a henpecked husband. I'd never heard that phrase before, but I looked it up and it gave me a little bit of a giggle. And don't get me started on Meghan's bizarre reaction in interviews about Harry, telling Jamie Kern Lima, that man loves me so much, telling Harper's Bazaar, no one loves me as much as he does, which, I mean, can that be very hard? We've seen your YouGov favorability ranking, girlfriend. And according to Ranker, you're the most disliked celebrity of 2025. You also managed to win the top spot in 2024. So congratulations on the hot streak. And when Harry's asked about Meghan, have you ever noticed this in interviews? All you see is fear and anxiety. He does not gush. He immediately goes into how unsafe she is. Glad to see she made it through Paris Fashion Week unscathed, bro. I don't know. Do you think Harry and Meghan will make it another year? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Sorry for the abrupt ending. I feel like, was there a climax? Did I fail you? I don't know. But thanks so much for watching. I'm Kinsey Schofield.